Hi everybody, this is Dr. Harry. As we all know, Thanksgiving is coming up and it's Thursday. Now Thanksgiving for most of us is usually a time when we get together with family and we cook and we eat too much and all of those things. But as you may have realized already, this year Thanksgiving is a little different from many of us. And that is, of course, because of the pandemic that has been going on since January. So, today I want to talk about a few things that we can do that can help us to have a safer Thanksgiving. Now, as you all know, the CDC has recently recommended that we do not travel. As you perhaps already know as well, if you've listened to the news, you realize this is the most travel that has been recorded since the pandemic started. So the truth of the matter is, many of us are traveling, many of us are concerned about our loved ones, many of us are concerned about leaving our family feeling isolated, many of us are feeling isolated ourselves, and really just want to feel that need to connect. So, as I always say to my patients, what is the next best thing? So how can we approach Thanksgiving that we can have a safer Thanksgiving, not only for us, but for our loved ones? So let's assume that we are having a Thanksgiving gathering. What are some of the things that we can do? The first thing that we want to do is to recognize that the guidelines that have been in place, such as hand washing, which is really important, hand sanitizing, social distancing, and face masks, have really been shown to help us to reduce the spread of COVID. And those are some of the things that we might want to be instituting. So here's a few thoughts. Number one, try to keep your group relatively small. Okay? You want to keep it less than 10 people because honestly, you want to create a place for distancing as much as possible. This is not the Thanksgiving for the fine china. This might be the Thanksgiving where we use disposable plates and utensils and perhaps even condiment packages. And I know it doesn't sound as elegant as perhaps you're used to, but it might be a safer way to approach Thanksgiving. Wear your mask if you're going to be in a group and going out. This is really important that we protect each other. If at all possible, and recently, honestly, the weather around the country has been relatively nice, so if at all possible, have most of your activities outdoors, perhaps eat outdoors, because there's more ventilation. If you're eating indoors, then you can possibly do that, then open windows and allow for as much ventilation as possible. Prior to traveling, this might be a little late at this point, did you isolate as much as you possibly can? Because remember, when you visit your family, you're taking everybody you've interacted with within the past 2 weeks with you. And so it's important to think about that as well. If there's someone in your family who has health issues and complications that puts them at higher risk, an older individual perhaps, a higher risk for complications, please be careful of those individuals. It's really important that we do our best to protect each other as much as possible. Be aware of the rate of infections in your community, because then that also allows you to make better decisions. My final tip here is, this may not be the holiday for alcoholic beverages, and the reason why is that it may reduce inhibitions and perhaps allow for decisions that we wouldn't normally make when we are completely clear-headed. So yes, isolation and loneliness create its own set of issues, and I am very aware of that, and I'm very aware of the need for human companionship, and very aware of the need for interacting with each other. So if you're not able to get together this Thanksgiving, then consider doing some sort of a video conferences. This would be a great time to cook together. Share your recipes. You know, your mom can look at you completely messing her dish up, or she can really kind of guide you through one of your favorite dishes, which would be whatever that is for you. So until next time, this is Dr. Harry, and I hope that you have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.